Today's forecast calls for light rain in New York City with a high near 83 and a low near 75. This is your Boroughs in Brief, and today we bring reporting from the Queens Eagle on the new life breathed into QueensLink. QueensLink is an ambitious and expensive transportation proposal that has been put on the back burner under the current mayoral administration. The proposal would reactivate a strip of old rail line for a new train route. But that could change if Democratic nominee Zoran Mamdani is elected mayor in November. Mamdani told the Queens Eagle and other reporters that the transit plan, along with a few other Queens-specific projects, would remain priorities for him should he be elected. I think the QueensLink will continue to be very important to me, he said. QueensLink is something that I've attended public events in support of, and ultimately what it speaks to is that if we want New Yorkers to use public transit, we have to ensure that that public transit is the most convenient option wherever they live. The Adams administration has given little credence to the QueensLink, instead opting to support a proposal for the same abandoned property known as the Queensway, a 3.5-mile linear park similar to Manhattan's High Line. Mayor Eric Adams announced during his first year in office in 2022 that the city had chosen to pursue the Queensway over the QueensLink and began to fund the project with a $117 million grant from the federal government. The planning and designing of the first phase of the Queensway is currently underway, and it's expected to run through the end of 2025. But as the city has pursued the Queensway, it has also insisted that the new park wouldn't preclude the possibility of a rebuilt transit line along the abandoned rail that cuts through parts of Central and South Queens. While supporters of the transit project insist the park would impede the city's ability to build a new train line there, they also have not given up hope the city will reverse course and work toward bringing a new transit option to the transit desert. Mamdani said that supporting projects like the QueensLink would help him fulfill promises he's made on the campaign trail to improve public transportation in the 5 boroughs. Mamdani said there are too many New Yorkers for whom public transit isn't the most convenient option, especially the further you get into the outer boroughs across New York City. Mamdani campaigned on a plan to make all the city's buses free, an initiative he first pursued as a legislator. The MTA pilot program to make one line in each borough free was, in part, created as part of an effort to bring better transit to boroughs other than Manhattan. When we look at the way that our system looks today, it's still too much of a reflection of the needs as it was in the beginning of the system, where everything had to go through Manhattan, and there's still so much transit that needs to be done in the outer boroughs, across the outer boroughs, for many New Yorkers who don't need to actually go back into Manhattan, he said. Like Mamdani's free bus plan, however, QueensLink would need far more support from city and state officials, as well as the MTA. The transportation agency has not been so keen on endorsing the project, having characterized it as not having enough of an impact to justify its price tag. That's all for now. My name is Imran Sheikh. Make sure to support and subscribe to your local New York news outlets, like the ones you heard today.
Spoken Layer.